Have you ever shot with a Hasselblad before? Well, you clicked on this video, so either you have or you want to. Today, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about a Hassie. Let's jump right into it. So the V-Series Hasselblad cameras were created in 1957, and they started off with the 500C. The 500C was the very first modular camera that was made by Hasselblad that was the successor to the 1000F. They made those cameras until about 1970, and that's when they upgraded the line to the Hasselblad 500CM. Now this camera is exactly like the 500C, but it features a few different design elements than they did with the very first model. Now a couple of the main differences from the original 500C and the 500CM are they both feature the exact same modular style body system, except the 500CM features an upgraded removable ground glass or the viewfinder screen, and it came with a modular eye prism that was metered, and that was not featured in the first model. Outside of that, this camera and the 500C are the exact same camera. One of the most intriguing facts about the Hasselblad V system is that this camera is completely modular, like I said earlier, so you can remove every piece of this camera. You can take the film back off and load multiple different film stocks in the film back. Once that film back is off, you can remove this viewfinder, which is a waist level finder. You can remove this screen. You can remove the winder on the side, and you can take the lens off. So this camera is completely customizable to your heart's desire. I mean, you can do with it whatever you want to. You can have different colors, you can have different film, you can have different lenses, and everything that comes with it to make this camera customized to your liking. One of my personal favorite things about this camera is going to be the leaf shutter. So if anybody that doesn't know, a leaf shutter is actually the shutter in the lens and not in the body itself. So this body features a mirror and a curtain, but there's actually no shutter. The mirror will pop up when you shoot and it slaps to move, but the lens itself features the shutter, which is awesome to me because it helps prevent any kind of shake or camera shake when you're shooting. So if you guys are familiar with Hassie in any way, then you know typically the lens that you see on a Hassie is going to be the 80mm 2.8. I am super stoked today because I'm shooting with this Carl Zeiss 40mm f4, which is considered a wide angle lens on a medium format camera. And I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't absolutely super stoked to be shooting with this lens, because I have actually never shot with a wide angle lens on medium format before. Now, using a lens like this out in street, which is typically what I shoot, is going to help me render better images. And I won't say better, but when shooting scenes, having a wider focal length typically does much better than having a tighter focal length. And there's nothing wrong with shooting 80 because I shoot it all the time, but I find myself having to really be very, I have to be very particular in what I shoot, and I have to have a mindset already available. Shooting a bit wider, which is typically what I shoot, normally around the 28 focal length, which is amazing because now I get to shoot that 28 focal length in a wider, much bigger negative, and I am absolutely stoked for that. Now I'm gonna show you how to load some film. This back is completely removable, like I said. You just slide this over, pull the back off. We'll set the camera body down. You have your dark slide that features right here. This dark slide is removable. You remove the dark slide before shooting, right? Put your dark slide in. To get your film out, you have this lever right here that pops open. You twist it this way. You pull your roll out. You have your empty canister. You have your roll. You're gonna have two sides to this roll. You're gonna have the pin side, which is the pull side. You're gonna have your film load side. So your film always goes into the opposite side of the pin roll. That's a good way to remember, right? Today we're gonna be shooting some T-Max 400. Let's get this guy loaded up. First thing we're gonna do, open our film. Now, this is gonna load up a little different than most SLR cameras because you're gonna load it on the inverse side. So instead of rolling the film this way, you're gonna roll it backwards, right? So it has these tabs on this film. You see these arrows on here. You're gonna pop that up just like that. You're gonna take your film and you're gonna put it on the bottom of this right there, and then you snap it right back into your roll. Now, unlike other film, you're gonna roll it backwards. So you're gonna roll your film backwards across the piece right here. You roll it backwards. Now, one of the major things to look out for is, do you see this tab right here? It's hard to see. This tab right here is completely controlled by the bottom mechanism. As you move that mechanism, this tab opens and closes. You want to make sure that this is open, so when you slide your film sits underneath that gray tab. You don't want it sitting on top, you want it sitting underneath. Sorry, so hopefully that focuses. You want it sitting underneath that tab. You then pull your film over into your spool right here, and then you wind it up. So you pull it over that way, you get your leader in of your tab, you get a couple winds on it, it'll hold it in place, really. And then once you get it like that, you just pull it tight, right? And then you have it under the leader tab, and then you have your film wound. Now the next thing is going to be, if it focuses, there's a red arrow right here. Is that where it's at? There's a red arrow right here. You want to rotate your film forward until you get, is that my arrow? I can't see, that is my arrow. You want this arrow right here to line up with the arrow right here. And then you are all done. Your tabs are in there, and after that, you are set. And then we grab our film back, we grab our film, and then all you do is that, you slide your film back in there, you twist your lock until it settle, and then you lock it back in place, and then you push your tab down. And there we go, and there we have it. Our film is loaded. Now we're not all the way done, but we're close. Grab our camera, grab our film back, we put our back on to the camera. You have to pull this tab to close it back down. Same thing, the way you close it, you pull it back over to the side, push it back down. It is locked in place. You then come over to your back right here. You see you have a window right there. And then you're gonna forward wind it, and it's gonna tick. And most of these tick when they tell you to stop. And see how it stopped? I can't roll it anymore. Then I roll it back, and I set my film like that. Right now, it says we are on 1. That means we are ready to shoot. Once you're ready to shoot, take your dark slide, pull it out, put it in your pocket, because you will lose it, and you're ready to go. Now, if you have your dark slide in, I'm sure you'll know this already, if your dark slide is in, your shutter will not fire. I cannot shoot this with the dark slide in. The only way to fire a shot is with the dark slide removed. With that being said, I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope you guys liked it. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Have you shot with the Hassie before? I will be doing an upcoming video on the Hasselblad 500C and the 501C, so stay tuned for that. As always, I appreciate you guys. Leave a comment below, tell me how you liked it. Until next time, be easy. Let's go take some photos.